Today in crypto, the Baseline protocol may be one of the most important things happening in the cryptocurrency space right now, outside of decentralized finance anyway. The push by major players to get enterprises onboarded to Ethereum and for Ethereum to become the blockchain of choice for the world's top companies, it could be the rocket fuel that we need to see for the next big surge in crypto adoption. This video is going to lay out what the Baseline protocol is, why it is so gosh darn important, and who the key players are that you need to know. The Crypto Lark. This is where you subscribe for all of the hottest and all of the latest happening out here in the wild, wild land of crypto. A very big thank you to Caleb and Brown for sponsoring today's episode. Caleb and Brown is an award-winning top global cryptocurrency broker. Caleb and Brown is here to give you a personal touch in curating your wealth management and your crypto investment strategies. As a professional wealth management company, they can provide bespoke advice to help you succeed in your crypto investing journey. Their team of seasoned professionals are only ever an email or a phone call away, which gives you a real strategic advantage by having a direct line to a professional, fully licensed broker. Whether you are an individual or you represent a company or a trust, Caleb and Brown can help you create customized crypto investments and strategies that fit your unique needs. And as a special bonus for the Crypto Lark community, when using the link down below, then you will get a 30% discount on your fees. Okay, so what the heck is the Baseline protocol anyway? Well, it is an open source initiative that is bringing together advances in cryptography, messaging, and blockchain to deliver secure and private business processes at a very low cost via the public blockchain mainnet. The Baseline protocol will enable confidential and complex collaboration between enterprises without leaving any sensitive industry data sitting there on chain for anyone to see, thus giving access to tokenization and DeFi services on the public Ethereum mainnet without revealing any corporate secrets to any unauthorized parties or competitors. At least that's the sale pitch on the Baseline website. You see, the trick with onboarding enterprises onto a public blockchain network like Ethereum is, well, of course, the problem that it is public. And all of the transactions are visible. So if your competitor finds out what your address is, well, that's problematic without a doubt. Some of the biggest concerns for enterprises about using open public networks have been the privacy of their data, permission of who can access that data, and of course, performance of the actual services itself. Baseline, it is solving all of these things, and it is allowing for companies to actually be able to use Ethereum without compromising company secrets. Data, it will all be concealed using a combination of zero knowledge proofs, which is the top of the line in terms of privacy cryptography at the moment, off-chain data storage, and distributed identity systems. And bringing companies onto Ethereum, it also has the benefit of really giving companies a common framework that they can all reference to. An always-on, pay-as-you-go, subscription fee-free, open network that can allow companies to sync up their key business functions like customer relationship management, which of course is a gigantic industry right now valued at around $60 billion in software terms by 2026, and also their enterprise resource planning, again, which is valued at around $78 billion by 2026. So syncing up all these services to the blockchain, it can help to avoid some of the costly and time-wasting issues that currently plague the existing systems that are out there right now, things like lost inventory and contract disputes, this comes up all the time. It wastes a lot of money and time of these organizations, as well as, of course, helping to prevent workflow errors and data inconsistencies. They can all be on the common framework together. The baseline protocol means that Ethereum could literally be the go-to network for businesses globally. Right now, other chains, they have so much distance to close on Ethereum, it isn't even funny. That's a little bit funny, but it's not funny at all. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look, the baseline protocol, it's not some far off, distant pipe dream kind of thing. No. The proof of concept, it has already been released, demonstrating how enterprises can actually use Baseline to securely collaborate in executing their business processes over the public Ethereum network without exposing valuable proprietary data. Baseline is massive because it means that data, it is all secured on chain. That is a big step forward from many of the less secure methods that are used by companies today. It also means that companies, they can actually now work together in much more meaningful ways with little to no friction without the need to actually go out there and change the current systems that they're using. This is working in collaboration with their current systems, basically making a common frame of reference through which all of these companies can sync up their processes. This is in effect a large leap forward technologically for all of these enterprises. So that's the basic idea of Baseline. But Baseline, it is an absolute standout initiative, not just because of what it is aiming to do, but also because of who is backing it. There's Microsoft, Ernst & Young, Duke University, GPU manufacturer AMD. We have Ethereum Design Studio Consensus, as well as smaller software firms that may not be such household brands, but companies like Core Convergence, WebCloud, Neocova, and Splunk. And of course, we have crypto favorites like MakerDAO, and we have Chainlink, and we have Unibright, as well as some lesser known projects like the Energy Web Foundation and ShipChain, and also Aztec, which is an on-chain privacy solution for Ethereum. This is essentially the full package deal that we're offering here for enterprises. When you bring all these players together, it is incredibly powerful. And even though these players, they're all involved with this project, it's an open source protocol, meaning that anyone can come and contribute, and there is no central authority that can shut the whole thing down. Oh, and by the way, it's also a not-for-profit initiative. The Baseline protocol, it is being led by Ernst & Young, which is one, of course, the big four accounting firms, and it has an excellent reputation and works with currently some of the world's top companies. We're talking the Fortune 500 companies here. Now, those companies, when they ask, hey, what about this blockchain thing? They're going to be recommended to use Ethereum for their processes. They're going to be driven into the Baseline protocol. Ernst & Young, they just made blockchain real for all these companies who have been kind of suspicious. That blockchain thing, we've heard about it, is good, right? But I don't know. They're rolling out the red carpet, making it easier than ever to use this new technology. And of course, we must remember that Ernst & Young, they're the guys who built Nightfall, an enterprise-focused privacy layer which sits at the core of what Baseline is doing. And by the way, that runs on Ethereum. Together with Aztec, we really have the whole privacy thing on lockdown for the Baseline protocol. Then there's Microsoft and Duke and Consensus, which really can bring in some of the best developers around, as well as, of course, their massive networks and powerful connections. Crypto natives like Chainlink, they, of course, can exist to provide the data infrastructure for these incoming enterprises. Others like Unibright, they'll be able to provide templates to make it incredibly easy to onboard these new companies that come in a very seamless fashion. And then you have other much less known projects like the Energy Web token, and they are really shaking up the show. They're bringing in insane partners like Shell with a market cap of $114 billion total, with a market cap of $87 billion, TEPCO $5 billion market cap, Siemens $81 billion, and a load of other just gigantic industry names in the energy industry. Baseline, it's not something you can invest in directly, by the way. It is a collaboration of top companies and top cryptocurrency projects aimed at getting some of the world's biggest companies to build on top of the public Ethereum mainnet. But while you cannot invest in Baseline directly, you can invest in some of the infrastructure of it. Ethereum is, of course, the key asset of all of this. Ethereum is my number 2 holding for this and many, many other reasons, without a doubt. But holding Ether, it gives you direct exposure to the future growth of this entire Ethereum ecosystem, including, of course, the enterprise adoption that we can see is going to be happening via Baseline. But it also gives you access to DeFi and gaming and all the other stuff that Ethereum is doing. And when Ethereum staking goes live, oh man, that's going to be a game changer, without a doubt, but it's a different story for a different video. However, there may be some greater gains to be had in grabbing some of the other cryptocurrencies which are associated with the Baseline protocol. And look, to be clear, these cryptos simply being members of the Baseline protocol does not mean they're going to go, instant moon time or anything like that. There's always risk and speculation investing in altcoins, just keep that in mind. But the cryptos you want to keep an eye on are the ever popular Chainlink, the Rising Star, Unibright, and much, much lesser known cryptocurrencies like Energy Web Token and ShipChain. I do not currently own any of these cryptos, but I can certainly see the attraction of seeing how well connected they are to this massive initiative. It could provide a lot of fuel for moving these cryptos forward. Baseline, it's massive. It's going to change how enterprises interact in a digital setting. It's crazy. And please understand, again, this does not mean instant moon for Ethereum or any of that stuff. This is just the first big and important step on a long road of enterprise adoption. The real impacts of initiatives like this, they're going to take a few years to really, really be felt. But oh boy, Ethereum right now, absolutely nailing it when it comes to enterprise adoption. No one else is even close. No one else is, they're not even in the same damn zip code. They're not even in the same country. A different planet, man. Ethereum just way, way out ahead right now. This one vertical alone, it could propel Ethereum to insane heights when, of course, combined with DeFi and security tokens and gaming and the token economies and all that crazy stuff. When I see stuff like the Baseline protocol, I simply feel compelled to stack more Ether and chill. But what about you? Do you think that the Baseline protocol is an important step for enterprise adoption? Do you think it is a compelling reason to buy more Ethereum to have exposure to the overall package of what's being put forward here? Or maybe you're interested in some of these smaller cap projects which are included in the protocol. Let me know down below. Always, of course, very interested to hear your opinions on any of this stuff. Hope you're having a freaking awesome day. Thank you so much for watching today's video. It's massively appreciated, as always. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.